Hello, welcome to my channel, Somewhere Down the Road. First, I want to give a big shout out to my daughter-in-law who graciously helped me set up the channel, and she's been teaching me all the ins and outs of YouTube. So she's been an awesome blessing to me, so thank you. Again, welcome to my channel. This is something that I've been wanting to do, but was kind of fearful of how I would come across on camera, so I put it off. Anyways, whoever coined the phrase life is a journey knew exactly what they were talking about, because my life certainly has been a journey. There have been lots of twists and turns in my road, a lot of sharp curves that I've had to navigate. Sometimes I was successful at navigating those curves, and sometimes it was more than challenging. So I think that's how everybody's life goes. You know, I don't think anybody gets to live it without challenges. So anyways, you're gonna find me looking down at my computer sometimes. I've made notes. Again, I'm a newbie, and I didn't want to forget anything, so hopefully you will be patient with me. So anyways, here I am in retirement. I've been retired now for 2 years. I was an educator, worked in the local school system as an elementary school teacher, and then I went back and earned my master's degree to become a school counselor. And then the latter part of my career was focused on helping children with disabilities. So that was very challenging but rewarding at the same time. And so now I have, thought about what next. I've done all the things that people normally talk about when they retire. I've visited with my friends and family and spent quality time with them. I was able to get my health in check, and I've followed a diet of eating whole foods and trying to get to the gym, even though that's not my favorite thing to do. I do try to do that a couple times a week just to kind of do some strength training, and I do a lot of walking. That's probably my favorite. So I've done some traveling. I have a lot more traveling that I want to do, but I've definitely been able to squeeze in some traveling the last 2 years. And so for the most part, I guess, I've done what other folks have done in their first days of retirement. So this channel moving forward is going to be about me trying to build my retirement around traveling. I always imagined that I would travel and that I would discover adventure, and I could, satisfy that curiosity I have about new things, and just travel on my own terms. So that's going to be a goal, and I want to take you along with me as I do that. I still haven't made up my mind as to how I'm going to do this, whether or not I'm going to buy an RV, some type of rig, be it a Class B van, a pull-behind trailer, a Class C. I have no clue. I'm still working on trying to figure that out. And I just want to go see, all of our beautiful national parks. I'm a big history buff, so I want to visit some historic sites and just be out there closer to nature. And I just don't think you can really do that as well when you're staying in a hotel. And of course, eating out at restaurants can get expensive and not be as healthy as preparing your own food. So that's kind of my mindset. Again, I'm sure I have a lot to learn. So I hope you'll come along with me. I will, be asking for your opinion. I will be listening to your advice, and hopefully we can just enjoy this journey together. So I'll be sharing my life's journey, which is going to be a little bit more about simplifying my life, building confidence to do this, and preparing for all those adventures that I just talked about. I'll be doing this as a solo woman on a limited budget. So I didn't plan on being solo in retirement, but hey, life happens and you just got to roll with it. So here I am. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm ready to go. Let me scroll up here and see. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Well, just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been, an educator. I was an educator for well over 25 years. I became a mom real early on in life and had the joy of raising 2 wonderful sons. I was a wife, unfortunately, got divorced in 2011. So that part of my life didn't work out too well, but all the other things have been just blessings. So I count myself as fortunate. Let's see. In April, this past April, I ended up getting a little worried about the rising cost of living. The cost of gasoline was going way up, insurance, property taxes, my HOA fees here at my condo, everything was going up. And so when you live on a limited income, my Social Security, my pension, my savings, you start to wonder, gosh, did I really prepare well enough to be retired? And I think a lot of folks are probably asking themselves that about now. So I ended up going back part-time as we're called guest educators, but basically we do substitute teaching. So I started doing that back in April for a couple times, 2 or 3 times a week, just so that I could add to my savings. So that's been interesting. Not something I counted on. But again, life is a journey. So I hope that you guys will, again, subscribe to my channel. I want to wish you all a very happy 4th of July. I can't believe that we're celebrating our nation's 250th birthday. I know I'm dating myself to tell you this, but I was around as a preteen when we celebrated our 200th birthday, and it was awesome. Fireworks everywhere, parades, people celebrating in the streets where I lived anyways. It was something to behold. So I can only imagine what this 250th is going to look like. But I hope that you all will stay safe and enjoy every moment. I am also going to be celebrating with family. I'm leaving to go out of town for a little bit. So I'll be visiting with some family up in northeastern Alabama, and we'll be celebrating 4th of July together. I'm really looking forward to that. Anyways, I guess I've made it through my first video, and I have to tell you that it's a little nerve-wracking. I have a lot to learn. So thank you for your patience and for listening to me today on this channel. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again somewhere down the road.